Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today is our first meeting, actually, but the third meeting for our class. I will check again whether we have recording. So I'm glad to meet you in this class, international class. And what we expect is that we can improve our English language, and hopefully in future we will also have a student from different countries. So we have really international backgrounds. But today I think we come also from different tribes. So we can start our international class. And first of all, as usually, we have to pray, because we come here to study. So we can pray based on our belief. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilman warzuqni fahman. Okay. So our topic today is to discuss about limit of trigonometry function. Sorry for my slide, because some of them still in Indonesian language. And as a review, we can discuss about what is how we can remember easily about trigonometry function. So here I show you that we can use our hands. Look here. We have two trigonometric function, cosine x and sine x. Look that for sine x, we can count from your fingers, from the baby fingers, as 0, and then for the these fingers, I forget to say to these fingers, ring fingers, okay, 1, and until the mother fingers fall. As the opposite for cosine x, we calculate from mother fingers as 0. So the formula to know the value of sine x and cosine x is half multiplied by n root the root of n. So what is, for example, I will show you. For example, we want to know the sines from 0 degrees. Sine from 0. What is the value for sine from 0? Okay, so let us use this formula. It is half, so 1 over 2 from a root of n, and here we have n is 0. So then half times by 0, and sine of 0 degrees is 0. So here the way we can remember easily the value of each value for sines and cosines. And how about if you need to know about tangan? You can remember that tangan is sine divided by cosine. So you can then use this to find the value of tangen from any value. Eh? And here we put 0 degrees for the baby fingers, for our ring finger, 30 degrees centigrade and 90 degrees centigrade for mother fingers. And the total of circle, how many? One circle, how many degrees? 300. Okay, 300, 60 degrees. And P, what is P? 180 or half of this circle. So it is the basic knowledge for us to study about the trigonometric function. So I hope you can follow this, yeah. And of course, yeah, we have to remember some trigonometric rules. Rules is very important for our life, and by this rule, we can uh, do some things easily, or we can solve the problems. So means that the rule is the function of the rule is to help us. Yeah. So here, rules is very important. And here I give you some general trigonometric rules. The first one is sines square sines x, yeah, plus square of cosine x is equals to 1. So just remember that. We can also then write that sine square of x equals to 1 minus cos sine square of x from the first rules. So you should uh, think about that. Sometimes you will need these forms. Sometimes you can only solve the problem with this form. So you can change the form following the mathematical rules. If you move the right side to the left side, it's okay, but remember to change the sign from plus to be minus, something like that. So on the first meeting, we had discussed that limit is very important. Yeah, why? Because limit then divided two sides. We have the left side and right sides. It's very important. Without limit, then all the same, and it is not logic. If all the same, for example, some of you are very diligent, work, study hard, and it is fair to give to success in the module with A grades. Maybe some of you very lazy, cannot follow the study, and if I have to give all of you A grade, is that fair? No, we need limit also. For those who work well, will receive a good grade. And for those who work with bad, will also receive the same proportion, something like that. That's why Allah also creates the heaven and also the hell. We have limits, so we can then follow the rule to reach the heaven, something like that. Yeah? So limit is very important, like a wall between two sides. Yeah? Right sides is a plus, and minus side is left side is minus. If some of you want to ask, you can ask directly. Yeah? So we can have a discussion. Maybe you will love the discussion, and nobody will sleep, yeah, during the class. Okay, now look to the seconds. rules, secant square of x equals to tangent square of x plus 1, while cosecant square of x equals to cotangent square of x plus 1. You will remember these rules, yeah, by having experience with using it. You can also learn by heart. Yeah? Look at the rules. For me, in the past, I uh, wrote the rules on the small papers and put it in my wallet. So I can see every time I open the wallet. Then I can remember them. Okay, now we have also signs A plus B. And it is also easy that sine A plus B equals to sin A uh, cos B plus uh, cos A sin B. And if you have different sign, then remember to put also plus plus and minus minus. In the case of sines. But in the case of cosine, you will see that you will have different. For the plus, cosine of A plus B would be eh, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So what to say, like the characteristic of sines differ from cosine. Sines have the same, yeah? uh, but cosines will change the sign from plus to be minus. Yeah? So cos A minus B is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. You can put in your head cos A plus B or cos A and B like cos plus or minus sin sin. Yeah? Okay. And we have also sinus 2A. Sinus 2A equals to 2 times sinus A cos sine A. And then cos 2A is cos square A minus sin square A. Sin square of A. So then just uh, feel it easier. Try to write this rules or formula. You can use it later if you need it. And now we see what is the theorem A, yeah, in a limit. Yeah. Here I have 6 rules for you. For every real number C, yeah, in the functions domain, C is a constanta, any numbers in one interval. So if I can draw for you, we have the function of x. So for any value along the lines, we can say like every real number in one interval, in one open interval. That create the model. Look at these 6 rules. Yeah, it's very easy. Focus. Yeah. See the first one. Limit t approaches c. Yeah? T approaches c. Approaches. Yeah? Sinus t equals to sinus c. Just look at in 1 second. You will remember it. Okay, we will check what happened. So we will repeat again, yes. So again, ink color is yellow. Um, okay. So we can repeat it from the first rules in theorem A. The limit of t approaches c of sine of t, yeah, equals to sine of c. So, for example, I make you a problem, say, a question for you. Limit t approaches uh, same value, for example, 60 degrees of sinus t equals to what? Sinus 60. After you put these rules in your head, you will answer this uh, firstly briefly. So that is the importance of rules because the rules then make us improve our like self confidence to say some things. And today also we want to bring you to talk in English. Yeah? But if some of you want to ask me a question and you still have problem with language, you can ask in Indonesian. So we will try slowly until at the end we all of us will talk in English. So don't worry, yeah. If you want to ask me in Indonesian, it is okay. Me too. If I cannot say something, I forget. For example, the vocabulary, I will say directly in Indonesian language. We can like make code switching, yeah. Code switching. It is also the method of study, code switching, that we mix the language. For example, I open the class with Arabic uh, because we are praying in Arabic language. Eh? So we should also learn Arabic language. Actually, it is not allowed to speak other language in international class, for example, like that. But you can make this code switching, yeah, following our live cultures. That will help, yeah. But we should reduce it, yeah. Not the whole class I talk in Indonesian, then English class become knowledge. So now look at the second rules. The limit, yeah, of t approaches c of cosine t equals to cosine of c. Again, the limit t approaches c of tangen t equals to tangen c. Limit t approaches second t equals to second c. Limit t approaches cotangen t equals to cotangen c. And limit t approaches cosecant t equals to cosecant c. So I hope all of you then know 6 rules of theorem A. Okay? If I close this, close your eyes, you know already. Just following this. Because no changes. Eh? Thus, change the T becomes C, yeah? Something like that. The clue is that T uh, change to be C. And no changes in the value of sinus. Sinus equals to sinus X. Okay. Now we start to think about the first problems. Our first question. Find limit x approaches p of sinus x. Learning from the rules. So we can use the rule number what? The rules number sign number one. The rules number one. So following that rule, the limit of x approaches p of sinus x equals to sinus e. And sinus p equals to sinus, yeah. And this equals to, if you remember the fingers, 0. That's why the sinus p is 0. But for me, if you just answer this, that is okay. That means you understand already. Don't worry if you cannot remember this. Yeah? Because maybe you need like calculator to know the value. But here you need the knowledge, what we discussed, what we had discussed. So the important for me is you can answer this till this step. Sinus p, then I will give you. So problem 2, find limit x approaches p divided by 2 or p over 2 of sinus x. Yeah? Okay, we follow the same rules. Yeah? Just change the x by p divided by 2. And then we can get this as sinus sine 90. Yeah? That's why then we can get, oh, the value is 1. So 180 divided by 2. The whole circles is 2p. Yeah? 2p is 360 degrees. So, talking about a circle or something's moved in circular forms is very interesting. Because we can see the so many phenomena in nature based on this movement. If you go to height, you will also make this in Kaabah. And also the direction is in the opposite direction with the watch. So move from the right side to the left side. And if you write an Arabic, you also use the same from the right to the left. But in Indonesian or in English, we write from the left to the right. So we will always have these two different directions. Okay, now we continue to theorem B. And in theorem B, I have only 2 rules for you. So in theorem A, you have 6. And now you have 2 rules. So then you will have about 8 rules. What is the first rules of theorem B? Limit t approaches 0 of sinus of t over t equals to 1. We had already discussed this, I think, in our first meeting. when we prove that sinus x per x equals to 1. I hope you will look again to this slide to improve your memory. And the second rule is the limit of t approaches 0 from 1 minus cosine t over t equals to 0. So remember that. That's two rules. And this problem 3 already we had discussed. So I will not discuss you. At this time, we continue to problem 4 to prove this, that the limit of x approaches 0 from 1 minus cosine x over x equals to 0. Actually, we had tried also yesterday. If you change directly the value of x to be 0, then we will have 1 minus cosine 0 over 0. However, here you will get like 0. 0, cos 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. However, in the case that you have the value of I forget how to say penyebut in English, domain, or I will check later. You should avoid 0, because in case you have 0 in the bottom side, then here you have undefined value. In this case, if you change directly x to be 0, so we cannot solve the problem because the real is undefined. So always remember to avoid this part to be 0. We said penyebut in Indonesia. Okay, so what we should do then, in limit, we have one approach to solve the problem by factorization. And this time we do this. What we can do, because we have 1 minus cosine x, then we can imagine others that related to this. And then we will 1 plus cosine x. It is okay to multiply something with 1 because the result is itself, no changes. So how we can change this 1 plus cosine to be 1? So you should have this 1 plus cosine of x. So 1 plus cosine of x over 1 plus cosine of x. That is equals to 1. Because it is equals to 1. So then you can bring this here. Because we don't change any value if we multiply something with 1. So now we have this. The limit x approaches 0 of 1 minus cosine x over x multiplied by 1 plus cosine of x over 1 plus cosine of x. And we have this, that a plus b multiplied by a minus b equals to a square minus b square. From this, then you can change this. That 1 minus cosine x multiplied by 1 plus cosine of x equals to 1. Actually, 1 square minus cos square of x from this. In that case, A is 1, B is cos x. However, 1 square still equal to 1. Eh? That's why here we have the result of this is 1 minus cosine square of x. And in the bottom side, yeah, we have x multiplied by 1 plus cosine x. And again, if you remember the rule number 1 on our first slide, we have that sine square of x plus cos square of x equals to 1. So if you see 1 minus cos square of x, you can get that is sine square of x. Then we can change again this to be sine square of x. Now you see, you can also write sine square of x as sine x multiplied by sine of x. Okay? So after you put this separately, you can take it sine of x over x, and the other sine of x over 1 plus cos x. Yeah? So if you want to go up from the staples, it is nice to go from the first one to the second. But if you jump, maybe you get risk to fall. That's what we discussed is, if you remember the rules, from the beginning, it is like a step. Without this step, you feel like you are jumping. As baby monkey jumping on the bed, You know the sounds? The baby monkey jumping on the bed, So you can also use songs, learn some songs to improve your English, Okay. At this point, At this point, we remember uh, the rules from our second meeting, I think. If we have limit x approach to 0, for example, from a multiplied by b, you can put it separately. Limit x approaches to 0 from a multiplied by limit x approaches to 0 of b. So in that way, we do this here. From this, sine of x per x, then you have sine of x from over 1 plus cosine x. From this we change. Then we make limit separately. And here we have in your theorems B number 1 that sine of x over x1. So you have already 1. This is 1. And here you can try to put x as 0. So you have sine of 0, 1 plus cos of 0. And what is sine of 0? The value of sine of 0? 0, 0. And then 1 plus cos sine of 0 is 1. So it becomes 0 over 2. So here in this case, we can avoid to put a zero as penyebut because in case zero here, you have undefined result. But in case you have number here, only because on the upper side we have zero, then the result is a real zero. Yeah. Okay. And then 1 multiplied by 0 is 0. So we prove this already. That the second rules in theorem B is limit t approaches 0 of 1 minus cosine of t over t equals to 0. So remember, avoid it, avoid it, avoid uh, over 0. Maybe somebody can help me to find how to pronounce or mention penyebut in English. So avoid over 0. So be useful, man. If you are not useful, you are 0. And if we die, without nothing, then our inheritance cannot have. But if you die, for example, with 1 billion, 1 trillion, then your family will receive it. But if you die with 0, maybe with credit, then you cause a problem with your inheritance. So always avoid 0. 0 over 0 is not good. So we also avoid 0 in calculus. Because if you make something over 0, that means undefined. Something over 0, x over 0, avoid it. Because we want to avoid this, we think about how to solve this. And before calculus is on, we cannot solve the problems. That's why on the first meeting I said that the calculus is the study of limits. And calculus like a next level of mathematics, because calculus can solve the problem when the mathematics cannot solve. This is my boss. Mama? Halo, Ma? Ja. Mama, ja. Làm nga. Vào masjid. Kali kita tembak muklis to masjid. Làm nga. Làm nga. Hello? Excuse me, ma'am. I want to go to the restroom. Can I? I want to go to the restroom. Yes. Okay. Hello? Làm nga to masjid. Làm. Nyo kita ngajar le. Oh 12 kan kita buat. Kita mau ngajar. Nanti kita jemput anak le. Okay. Okay. Assalamualaikum. The big boss is our mother. Okay. Even during praying, sometimes we have to cancel our prayer to answer mother colleague. Sorry. Okay. Now we go back. Okay. This problem 5. I think yes, problem 5. Yeah. Okay, find limit x approaches p over 2 of x times sinus of x. Yeah. In this case, we can directly try to replace x by p over 2. So then we have here p over 2 of sine of over 2. And we know that sine of p over 2 is sine of 90. We discussed it before, previously. And it is 1. So then the solution is from the limit x approaches p over 2 of x multiplied by sine of x is p over 2. When you have to think about uh, other solution, only when you meet over 0, then think again. That's why in our religion, in Islam also, it is said that never uh, how to say putus asa, never be optimist. Even we start at the beginning, after we think or we discuss, we can have solution. That is it. So never feel stuck. Try. And look at the next problem we have. Problem 6, yeah. Find limit x approaches 0 from the function of 1 minus cosine of x over x multiplied by sine of x. You can apply the tips I will give you in the first meeting. You can like put the tables and then put another some value for x and calculate the y value because y is the function of x. Here in this graph we have x, this one is y or the f, the function of x. Y is the function of x. So here you see I calculated with Excel. For x minus 3, I had found the y is 4.7. Here is 4.7. It's minus 3. Yeah? This point. And then if I try minus 2, I have here uh, 0.7, I think. Yeah? Here. And really the line of the model is always the connection from some dots. So we create the chart, the graphs or the lines. So from this model, you will have these figures. But the problem is when you put x as 0, then you see you put 0 multiplied by sine of 0. Sine of 0 is 0. Again, you have to divide something by 0. That's why if you look here, I cannot continue the line. It, you can say discontinued. It is the problem. What happened here? Before calculus, we cannot solve the problem. We just say we don't have value there. No value. But by what to say, if we just continue the line, what you guess? What value you guess for the y? Here is 0, here is 1. Half it? Half. 0.5. Just guessing. But we have to prove it. What happened there? Eh? Okay, now we will try to calculate this. Yeah. Okay. What is what strategy we can use to solve the problem? Any opinions? How we can solve this question? We can do factorization with what? Not factorization, maybe we need one imagination. If you remember, we have the same problem from the previous question. What? We can see here we have 1 minus cosine of x. Remember, we can do something related to that. Use 1 plus cos of x. You can use this. If you use it, then you can have here 1 minus cos x over x sine of x multiplied by 1 plus cos x over 1 plus cos x. Here we have 1 square minus cos square multiplied by x sine x. Then we have, you remember, sine square of x sine x. Then sine x sine x over x sine x. So what we have is sine x sine x per x. Okay. And oh, I make wrongs. Do you recognize? Yeah, I forget this. I forget this. So be careful. Eh? I forget this. So I still have the rest here multiply by 1 plus cos A. Eh? So here we still have 1 plus cos A. So the result then is I still have here 1 plus cos A. Okay, in this case, we can make two limits. One is limit x approach to 0 from sine x per x multiplied by limit x approach to 0 from 1 over 1 plus Cos it. Here we have 1 already. And here, just change the x to be 0, 1 plus over 1 plus cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So you get 1 per 2. So now we prove. And we can continue the line. We get it. Mhm. So even when you forget something like this, you get wrong. Just be careful. That's why we pray every time before working, because the human being need helps. We can't forget. Okay, any question from your side? How is your feeling? Better to to join this class, or better to come back to a normal class? Huh? Okay. So what should I do? You need active adaptation. That's why maybe we can close the class earlier today, because we have that limit or capacity for studying. For example, for English studying, your capacity is only 30 minutes, then we cannot make it more than that because you get too tired. But I think we already discussed this topic in Indonesian, right? So it is also one approach from me to repeat this today in English. But previously you already joined the Indonesian class for the same. But next week we go to the new topic in English. So be ready for that. And I also make recording, so I will put it on my YouTube channel. You can also watch it back. I hope. Yeah. And I speak very slow, I think. Okay, let us continue. Problem 7. Find limit x approaches 0 of the function sinus 2x multiply or divided by 5x. Okay. Before we do some things, it is nice to have the objective or a target. For example, when you enter this department, you want to be a bachelor in agricultural engineering. That is target. Without target, then you have no spirit, you have no strategies, you have no plan. Here, in this problem, we should think about that. What is our target? So from the rules, we learn that we have like sine x over x is 1. Sine 2x over 2x is 1. Sine any value of, for example, 10x over 10x is 1. So use this as target to solve the problems. If no target, you get blank, like empty, empty box, something like that. Okay, so the target is to have sine 2x over 2x. And how? We can like do multiply. Okay. We do this function multiply by 2 over 2. Let's try 2 over 2. So sine 2x multiply by 2 over 2. Then you can have like 2 sine 2x. Just change this position like 2x 5 plus 5. Remember this. If you multiply sine 2x by 2, not sine 4x, but 2 sine 2x. Sine 2x multiplied by 2. 2 sine 2x. But in the bottom side, you can see 5x multiplied by 2. You can change it like 2x by 5. Yeah? That's why now you can make it simple to be sine 2x over 2x, and you still have 2 over 5. This is 1, and then you have 2 over 5. Huh? So hard? Where is so hard? Which one? Huh? All? Should I repeat again? To solve the problem, your target is to have a formula of sinus 2x over 2x. Sine 2x over 2x. Because you can solve this as 1, following the rule. So what can you do with this? Okay, the idea, multiply this by 2 over 2, because 2 over 2 is 1, right? The problem is calculus or English? What is your problem? Huh? No, don't feel like that. You know, if you are clever, you will not come here. So you come for studying. Don't compare you with me. Yeah? I'm 45 years old. You just about 18, yeah? 18 or 17. No? I'm 45. I'm very old. I'm 90 now. Eh? Okay. Look, you have 2, 2 over 2. And you have sine 2x over 5x. Then just change the position. You have 2 sine 2x over, change 5 to be here, 5, 2x. This one you can get as 1. So you have, the result is 2 over 5. This is magic. You are using a magic of 2 over 2. And now, problem 8, yeah? Find limit t approaches 0 from the function of t squared cosine t over t plus 1. Just try to put t as 0. You see here, if you put 0 here, then you have in the bottom side 1. So it's okay. You can do directly. Okay? Like you see here you want to put a 0 square cos 0. 0 multiplied by 1 over 1, and that is 0. This is a very simple way. Just check that the bottom side is not 0. Then you can replace directly. You can also follow this, yeah? That you can put it in to two parts. You separate between t squared over t plus 1 and cos t. You can also make two limits following this, and you get the same solution. Remember, avoid over 0, eh? That is our like our how to say slogan in English, our motto. Avoid over 0. That is avoid over 0. If you find 0, you need something else, some strategy, some effort. If you have some value for the bottom side, then you can continue directly. Calculate it. Now, problem 9. Find limit x approaches 0 from the function of sine of 3x over x. What is your target here? To have what? To have? Huh? How to make this one? Sine 3x over 3x. So what we can do? Multiply by what? Yes, 3 over 3. And then you will have 3 sine 3x over 3x. 3. Very easy. We can repeat again. Can we repeat again? For this problem, the target is to perform sine of 3x over 3x. Because following the rule, it is 1. So, to produce 3x, we need to multiply this by 3. But we cannot. We can only multiply something by 1. So, how to have 3 by 1? 3 over 3. 3 over 3 is 1. That's why we multiply this by 3 over 3. In the bottom, you will have 3x. In the upper side, you will have 3 sine 3x. Don't be confused to make sine 9x. Okay? Because it is not the way, the wrong way. Just remember that. And it is only, I think we had discussed also this case, yeah, about sandwich theory. Suppose that the function of g, yeah, g of x smaller equals to function of x smaller equals to function h atau h of x. For all x in some open interval containing c, yeah, except possibly at c, at x equal to c, because maybe we can have different number, different value. Maybe this have a problem of discontinued. Suppose also that the limit x approach to c of function g of x equals to limit x approach to c of the function h of x equals to L. Look, the g is here, the bottom. The h is here, the upper. We want to discuss what is in the middle. Then the limit x approach to c of function f of x equals to L. First round. So sandwich is something we have like some layers. Well, three layers. G is in the bottom, F in the middle, H in the upper. So if we have Gx equals to Hx equals to L, the value is L, then we can decide that the f of x is also L. We have this problem last week, eh? Monday is holiday. We don't know Tuesday, but Wednesday is holiday. Then what you have? What is Tuesday? Tuesday is holiday too. This is we take this theory, sandwich theory. If you want to know someone, you don't know this, your friends, you don't know. Look who around him or her. These functions you can say like the neighbor, the neighbor. Then that's why you should be good in choosing friends because who are you at? You are what you eat. You are also how is your friend is you are. So be careful to choose a friend. Choose a good friends because the friend will influence us. And I'm so sad with what happened last month in our dormitory. We have the problem of LGBT. It is not a good uh, method of life. It is a wrong this so knowing this, we want to avoid this. And also, if you have friends like that, advise him or her to be a good guys, a good girls, a good boys. Follow the rule. In Islam, it is a big sin. Yeah, you will go to the hell if you do that. Do you want to choose this way? You want to go to the hell? No, it is a very bad. You can destroy yourself. You will also destroy the community by this behavior. And in Germany, I studied in Germany for 5 years. The government also banned this LGBT. Why? Because if the community, the society continue to have married with the same gender, then they will not have kids. Then the human will be finished. Will be over at one time. We can make projection by calculating. Only with a normal family we can have children's generation. But with this way we will cut the human. No new babies anymore. What happened with that? So even non-Muslim countries ban this. Why we are in Aceh with Sharia law? We have this, and I'm so sad also because uh, our friends involved in this also are Chinese, not the student uh, from North Sumatra or from Java, but are Chinese. Okay, so it is the problem for all of us, and we want to avoid this in future. Eh? Okay, uh, I think I finished my speech here. If you have any question, please. No question. Then should we have Rahul? You have already Rahul, eh? You want to try again? Rahul for our class, yeah? Anybody sleep? No? Nobody sleep, yeah? I hope you will continue the class until the end of the semester. Yeah? Okay, and why I always prepare you a quiz, yeah, after studying. It is also to motivate you in studying. Eh? I hope you always waiting for this session, eh? Game state session. Okay, please put your student number and also join our quiz with the password, yeah, X795080. And I have 18 students, eh? Here, 7, 10, 12, 16 students, eh? Sine of 30 degrees is good, yeah? Half multiplied by root of n, and n is 1, eh? Remember, it's 0, 30, or sin is 0, 1. Limit t approaches 45 degrees of function sine of t over t equals to good. Remember the rules, yeah? The theorem A and the theorem B number 1. Let the limit x approach to something, yeah? C of sine x over x is 1. Limit t approaches 30 degrees of the function sine of t equals to uh, the first question is without limit, eh? And now we write it with limit, so the same, eh? Sine 30 sine of 30 degrees is 1 over 2 or 1.5. Limit x approaches 0 from sine of 4x over x equals to good. We need to multiply this by 4 over 4. Limit x approaches 60 degrees from the function of 1 minus cos of x over x equals to the theorem B number 2. Okay, we can repeat again in future, yeah? But please be what to say? Who is the winner? Okay, congratulations to the student with number 50, T. Irham Rahmat Shah. It's good. 31 and 28. 31 Kisvia and 28 Berliana. Good. Yeah. So I wish you enjoy the class and will meet me again. Because if you move to the normal class, then you will leave me here alone. I hope you will stay with me until the end of semester. And for this international class, the lecture is only two. So I will meet you for 8 times, for 8 meeting. And Mr. Mardiantono will continue. But maybe I will also assist him, yeah. Uh, so you will meet me more often. While in normal class, I will meet you only for 4 times because the lecture is about four person. So we have only 16 meetings divided by four, and I get only four meetings in normal. So it will be like that. Thank you very much for your attention. I'll be happy to have this class because during my studying time, I have no chance to have such class. And I learned the first time for English class during my uh, master study preparation. And it was held in Bogor University. So we get first trial to sit in English class, eh? And yeah, most of us will be sick after that. But it is about yeah, 2 or 3 meetings, and after that we can have a good adaptation. So I hope you will meet me again. Thank you very much for your attention. Billahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Previous accent, I think that accent is different because researching class. I have to check again, I think. Then is it possible to me to enter another class, the one with Indonesian class? You know that I entered the previous class